So everything up, welcome back. My name is Reza. Welcome to Voice of Storms, and we're back with Angels with Scaly Wings. We last time we started the game. We are well, last stream we started the game and started our adventure as an ambassador for the human race to communicate with the race of the dragons. And some things happens like our buddy Reza just shooting someone, and now we have to find him, uh, find the murder case, find the murder of a serial killer case. Hope that it's not connected to Reza. I have my doubts though. And yeah, last time we saved, it was exactly there. Last time we checked, we were on the lookout for him and checked out some of the places we want to check and looked around the park but didn't find anything. So I would say let's go. Now is obviously the question. We have 3 locations where we can look for Reza, and I don't know how many places we can check for him before we get like not soft locked or locked out and have to look another day and have to do more story stuff. So now is the question: where do we look for him? I think the production facility would be the. So I have 3 theories. Grocery store would be a good place because he needs to still get food somehow, cause he won't be at his house if the police is looking for him. He could be at the production facility to try to get his hands on more generators. Or he could be in the library to hide there or learn more stuff. But now that I speak them out loud, I think the grocery store could be the most logical thing to go. I enter the store, the sound of a bell alerting the staff of my arrival. Seeing the patron browsing the shelves, neatly stocked with wares of all kinds, evoked some feeling of nostalgia and normalcy to me. This must be the store Reza's been shopping at. You look a lot like a barkeeper. Who is he talking to? Hey, I think I've seen her before. I'm sorry, but this I'm sorry, but this prescription has expired. I can't fill it. I can't fill it like this. You need to tell your parents to visit the doctor so he can write you a new one. She turned around, nearly running into me when she suddenly bolted towards the door. Hello, Reza. How can I help you? Wait, aren't you the bartender from the other day? Oh, he is the bartender. That I am. Did I have to give him another voice? That I am. Did you have fun that evening? Yeah, it was alright. You know you can do more in the bar than just getting drunk. Oh, really? I could show you sometime if you want to. Is that an invitation? Well, if you put it that way, it kind of is. Anyway, how can I help you? Of course I do. It's only been a few days since he was last here. This will sound a little unusual, but can you tell me what he bought? Are you just talking about last time or every time he came here? Both, I suppose. He came here more than once? He's been visiting pretty regularly now that I think about it. Interesting. I can look up his purchases if you like. That would be helpful. It shouldn't be too hard, just give me a second. Oh, fucking throat today. I should have got myself some water. I watched him carefully navigate the register's buttons, soon followed by a second of the sound of the attached printer. Here you go, receipt from all his purchases. Well, that was easy. Since our government takes care of all his purchases, they are filed separately. It was simple to pull them up. Looks like he bought mostly food and snacks, sometimes magazines, but why was he buying lemons every single time? He was buying lemons every single time. That can mean multiple things right now. He really likes lemons, but that is unusual. It's most likely not the case for this kind of game. Second, he really likes margaritas, but I never saw him drunk. Or he keeps his page, or he keeps, he watches his step with that shit. Or he has a lot of secret messages somewhere. Or he... or he's planning to write a lot more messages. I can't say that I didn't notice, but I figured it was just a human thing. Strange. In any case, there was more information than I expected. You have my thanks. You're welcome. You mean the girl? That's Vara. She comes here occasionally to pick up her mother's prescriptions. You know what? Let's browse around. Let me know if you need anything. What am I even looking for? Bread. Look at the protein. Look at the meat. Oh yeah, that sounds weird, but I want to know what kind of meat do dragons eat. Meat, of course. Lots and lots of meat. Fresh meat, smoked meat, cured meat, dried meat, prepackaged meat, prepared meat, ready-to-eat meat, meat snacks, burgers, kebab, nuggets, whole hams, bacon, meatloaf, sausage. And that's not even all of it. Needless to say, give me a sec.
Oh, come on.
Good thing this is just a V novel. Can roll myself in a blanket and don't give a fuck anymore. That's not even all of it. Needless to say, they have that area covered. Look at the health aisle. Everything from food supplements to skincare and even birth control. The variance in product sizes is astounding, especially when talking about the birth control. Yeah, good. I think this one could fit on my arm. Oh. When I hear birth control, I mostly think of the pill and didn't even consider condoms, so this put me a bit, oh my god, the implications. Although, who would have thought that dragons are big on produce? I don't even recognize some of these. They have surprisingly big selections. Since when do dragons eat bread anyway? Bread is a good supplement. And also, if they have beer, they have wheat. And if they have wheat, they have bread. And I also remember something about a bakery. Never mind. I guess at least I'm covered in case I want some melon bread. Ophinia. Hey you. Huh? Are you talking to me? I got caught off guard right now. I need to get a voice first. Yes, what do you say? Melon or lemon bread? I mean, the only difference between the two things is like one letter. So how am I supposed to choose? I don't think that's how it works. Why don't you just go with the one you think you'd like more? That's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? My lady, you have a... Was it a card box on her head? Enough browsing. I should go back to what I came here for. You looked everything the store has to offer. I suppose this is all I can do. The afternoon sun hung low in the sky and decided it was time to report my findings to the police. A brief call to the department and I was on my way to an appointment with Sebastian. I'm not sure how my findings will help, but at least I have something. Look who we have here. Maverick! Fuck! 9! I accidentally clicked out. I turned around to see Maverick. His intense gaze confirmed that there was no one else his words could have directed at. Even with the civilians passing by in the background, I suddenly felt very alone. What do you want from me? Answers. Yeah, what if I don't have any for you? Then you will listen. Just tell me one thing. Why? What is your goal in all of this? Why even come here? You know why we came to the Ambassador for Humanity and go oversee the trade we agreed on. Here's the problem now. No matter... I am in a kind of situation. No matter what answer I pick, Maverick wouldn't believe me. No, that won't do. Told ya. That's simply not true. You know it, and I know it. Just don't get why you can't be honest with me, even when you know no one else is listening. You know I can't touch you. If I did, I would be over for me. At least as long as I don't have any proof. In the end, what difference does it make if I know? No one is going to believe me anyway. Do you wish to kill me too, like Reza? I would never do such a thing. Is that so? Tell me, why would an ambassador need such a dangerous tool in the first place? I know you claimed not to have one on the of these things Reza injured me with, and you didn't have any when they searched you, but I guess it's way too late for safety precautions at this point. You could have hidden one anywhere. That damn hurt, you know. But even worse than that was getting thrown aside by Bryce. I trust him, but after what happened, he doesn't trust me anymore. Now there's only you, the mythical, the special, the new. How much I wish I could make him see what I see. I could save the world with what I did that day. It still wouldn't matter when no one believed me, just because I don't have any proof. But I won't stop until I find some. And when I do, I'm gonna be a damn hero. Yeah, and with that he was gone. On the way to the police station, Maverick's words kept finding their way back into my mind. I couldn't decide how I feel about them. I wasn't even sure if it was worth mentioning to the police since all he did was make vague accusations. I wasn't anything substantial enough to be considered a threat. However, his actions were growing more calculated and he seemed very sure of himself. I wondered about what this could amount to. But that wasn't the problem at hand. Oh. Hey Reza. Hey Sebastian, I thought I'd meet you at the front desk. What are we doing in Bryce's office? He does have a nice office, doesn't he? And the chairs are comfy. Is that the only reason we're in here? The dragon gave a brief chuckle. Let's just say that any information pertaining in this case is important enough to warrant some privacy. I see. Will Bryce be here anytime soon? I don't think so. He's still outside looking for Reza. He's not the kind of person who gives up easily. Can't we help? There's only so much we can do. I was out searching too until I came to meet you. At this rate, it doesn't look like we find him today. He could be anywhere, long gone, beyond our reach. What do you think? I think he's going anywhere. This is a good question. If we think about it, I mean, on one hand we could say he can't go far. He is in uncharted territory. On the other hand, he still probably wants the generators. I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think he's going there. He can't flee to another place. No matter where he goes, he'd be recognized immediately. In the end, his only way out is the same way he got in, the portal. And he can't use it without someone noticing. Very astute observation. I wonder what will happen to our trade agreement now, considering Reza's still missing, the murders, the stolen generator. If Reza really is the murderer, then... Don't do that. What? Worry. You don't know what's at stake here. People are dead, Reza. Do you think I don't know that? Reza may be our prime suspect, but he's also a missing person. For all we know, he could be a victim. Maybe someone is making him do this. My point is, we don't know the facts yet. What we need to do is find him and find the murderer. We'll find Reza and go from there. We'll figure it out. Thanks, Sebastian. Anyway, you said you had some information for us. What did you find? The bandage you found... What? The bandage you found is something, alright. Of course, it could be anyone's. But why would someone discard theirs in a place like that? It seems suspicious to me. It is certainly worth checking out. I'll make sure it gets to the right place. The receipts you got are interesting. There might be something more to them, or they could just be a useless record of his eating habits. You never know what you might find out about a person, their habits or their plans this way. Well done, Reza. That gives us some solid points from which we can continue our investigation. This was the second investigation, lol. In any case, thanks for the help, we really do appreciate it. You're welcome. That should be all then. Since Bryce still hasn't come back, I assume the search is still going on and I better get out there and help him. Guess it's going to be a long day. Can you find your way back to your apartment? Of course. Alright, see you later. Good luck. Finally some free time. Whatever am I going to do? Meet with Remy. I could... Okay, why... Evely said, why the fuck should I meet with Bryce if he's still looking out for Reza? The last time I tried to meet up with Bryce because of the investigation, I ended up drinking with him. I think I'm gonna be... Can I open my menu real quick? Status. You know what? I think I'm gonna try my luck with Anna even more, just because I can. I want to focus on one of the characters right now. I mean, I have stupidly said 2 slots, but yeah. And just on time. Now where is she? Hello? What is this? Looks like a message. Something came up at the last second. Wait for me. It shouldn't be too long, Anna. I guess at the last second is meant in literal sense here, or else she could have just called me. Guess we're playing the waiting game then. Okay, it's been like an hour and my patience is slowly but surely running out. I've already waited this long, so I guess I can wait a little longer. And I'm not sure who the world record holder for most patient person is, but now I feel like a contender. Still a sign of her though. You know what, Alright, I'm gonna score myself some sweet lab equipment. That's the least you can do for making me wait. Or maybe I'll just wait inside. Standing around here isn't getting rather tedious. Pushing the door does nothing, just pulling. Guess I'm out of options here. Hey, what's this? At the bottom of the door, the corner of an envelope was noticeably sticking out. Pulling at the corner, I was now holding the envelope in my hand. Well, I gotta pass the time somehow, right? Let's see. Dear Anna, appointments for the next month, treatment plan, Dr. Valido. I probably shouldn't be looking at this. I quickly put the letter back into the envelope and pushed it through the gap in the door. Whoops! What are you looking at? Your beautiful door? Where have you been all this time? Reading comprehension must be a strong suit, because my note clearly said I'll be back soon. Note to self, the word soon now refers to a time span of over 2 hours when waiting for a scheduled appointment. Has it really been that long? It certainly didn't feel like it. Alright, sorry for making you wait. Yeah, losing time happens to the best of us. Happens to me all the time. I guess we missed our movie. Can't we see the late screening or something? That was the late screening. The theater's closed now. Maybe we should reschedule? That won't work, at least not for me. Today was the only day I could leave early. I won't have another chance anytime soon. So what do we do now? Maybe the coffee place is still open, I don't know. Guess it's better than nothing. Closed as well. That's just peachy. I never used the word peachy. And please game never let me do it again. Why do you keep working so late anyway? Because what I'm doing is important. I understand wanting to see things through to completion. How long have you been working on your current project? Not long enough to finish it. That's not good. You're going to burn yourself out. So what? Is your work really worth jeopardizing your health over? You're not going to help anyone if you're dead. If I don't finish this, no one else will. No one else can. Besides, I was only late today because I got stupid blood work ready. I got your stupid blood work ready. Wait. My stupid blood work in my defense. You wanted to take this blood. You have the test results? Yeah. Want to know what they have to say about them? Definitely. Okay. How much do you know about genetics? A little bit, I guess. Don't worry. I'll put it in words that are easy for you to understand. To start off, I found that on average about 90% of your genes are homologous to our species gene. That may seem like a lot, but to put it into perspective, about 50% of your DNA is also shared with a fruit. To further elaborate, you and your human neighbor back home are probably around 99.9% genetically similar. If you compared the various sentient species we have here to each other, they would only be around 59 to 95 to 97% similar. As for what exactly all of this tells us, although a match of 90% sounds like a lot, it's not as much as you might think. Still, for two beings from a different world altogether, that's quite remarkable. Beyond DNA, the biggest similarities between us is within the brain structure, but that's not surprising considering our high-level cognitive abilities. That'll surprise Maverick. What do you mean? He doesn't seem to like humans very much. I'm sure he'll be displeased to know how similar we are. Oh, he doesn't like anyone really. He's just like me in that way. Yeah, you two would make a great couple. You're a little late for that. I'm already his ex. Okay, I don't want to even know what happened there. But it happened apparently. Really? How did that go? Not how you might think. It actually went pretty well, for a while at least. But in the end, we both got too absorbed into our jobs until we realized we had drifted apart too much, and agreed it would be better if we just broke up. I still respect him for the work he does. I mean, he even used to solve crimes together. I'd be in the lab running tests and he'd be out on the field chasing after the perps. Those were good times. I guess nowadays he just chases after me. What? I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say that, but if you know him, maybe you can help me out. I certainly can't help you if you don't tell me what's going on. Okay, but this is just between us, alright? Sure, whatever. Merrick is convicted that I'm the accomplice of a crime. He made a point to tell me that he's searching for proof to legally arrest me, or worse. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Really? It's nothing. He can't find any proof that doesn't exist. Still, it doesn't feel nice to be threatened and stalked, especially by someone like him. That's just him. He gets way too into it once he sets his sight on something. I noticed. It's his job, what do you expect? I wish he'd just leave me alone. He wasn't always like this, you know. A couple of years ago, he was assigned to this one case. He was still relatively new on the force, young and eager to help, then reality came crashing down on him. There was a serial killer who shook up the whole town. The victims were apparently eaten. He later found out that the killer's actions were a result of a degenerative disease which brought his feral nature to the foreground. At this point, he was just a wild animal, turned into a cannibal that hunted under the shadow of night. Everyone in town was up in arms, terrified that they'd be next. The police did everything they could. A curfew was instated and patrols scoured the streets at night. And then they found him munching on his fifth victim. Poor little Maverick was not prepared for what he would find. Stand back, Maverick. I'll handle this. Miles? It was his brother. Step away from the body, Miles. Miles couldn't comprehend their words and only saw rivals who wanted to take away his prey. And he wasn't about to just let go of his without a fight. Miles raised his head from his kill, blood dripping from his maw. The officer's breath was smoothed by the deathly stillness of the night. Fangs bared the feral dragon's snout and stood strong in front of his meal, prepared to protect it from the two who interrupted upon his territory. Whatever this is, Miles, it's over. Don't make it worse now. In an instant, Miles was upon Bryce. They clashed in a flurry of teeth and claws. Miles had the advantage with his small frame in quick movement, and Bryce could not get a clear hit in. It all happened so fast that Maverick didn't know what to do. They rolled on the ground, and Bryce ended up on his back as helpless as a turtle. Miles pinned him and clamped his jaw on his neck. Bryce's claws were the only thing preventing Miles from biting down, and they were slipping, slick with blood and quivering with fatigue as he tried to push him off. For a brief moment, Bryce thought he meet his end when the jaws suddenly relaxed and he was able to dislodge them. When he looked up, he saw that Maverick had managed to get to Miles from behind. He bit through his brother's neck from above. Blood flowed from Maverick's jaws and over Miles' lifeless body. Bryce had been saved, but the young dragon wore a wide-eyed, empty stare. Maverick blamed himself for not taking better care of his brother. He knew Miles had problems and was taking medication for it, but he wished he could have done more to help him. The medication wasn't the right one, by the way. Maverick takes solace in the fact that he was able to save Bryce, but he's never been the same since the incident. Now he scrutinizes everyone and everything. I'm not sure how that's supposed to help me. It doesn't, but now you know why he is how he is. It's not unusual for him to act like this, so you might just have to wait it out. Anyway, let's get back to your test results. Since you were so interested, did you want a copy of them? Yeah, I appreciate that. No problem. I heard you also wanted Reza's blood? Of course, I invited him over too, but that was before you arrived here. And I thought that we had what we had was special. Oh, it is. Reza was too stuck up to agree to anything. He wouldn't even participate in an exhilarating round of trivia board games. Not even that. Can you believe it? I can almost see the sarcasm dripping from your mouth. Still, it's kind of a shame. It wouldn't have been interesting to compare your blood to his. What a shame indeed. Let's just enjoy our romantic date in the back alley of a coffee shop. Of course. Unless you want to take this someplace else. What do you think? Like hanging around dirty back alleys? Sorry. What? You don't like hanging around dirty back alleys? Hey, I bet you've never had a date in an alley before. I haven't. Not sure I ever wanted to. Where's your sense of adventure? Oh, hang on. There it is. Yes, I can feel the adventure kicking in. I'm getting kind of hungry. I figured we have having a meal on a date. What, can't you go a few hours without having to stuff your face? I could offer you a handful of dirt if that's your taste, Reza. I already have my own dirt. Sorry, but I already have my own dirt. Oh really? What kind of dirt would that be? Only the finest governmentally funded dirt from Tatsu Park. Your filthy back alley stuff has nothing on this. You win this round. Either way, a side dish would be nice. I know this one place that never closes. Let's go there. Sure. After several minutes of walking, Anna led me to the outskirts of town. We arrived at a farmhouse on the side. Field stretches towards the horizon. On the other were lush green hills with fenced population of animals. What kind of restaurant is this supposed to be? Self-serve? Oh, I thought I totally knew that. I know. How well can you hunt? Me, even if I knew how, it's not like I have any equipment here. Equipment? What a sissy. You got hands and teeth, what more do you need? A long range weapon maybe? Like fire? I suppose even you could make use of that. Alright, since I'm apparently the only one capable of acquiring food, I'll be back. I'll be right back. Anna walked over to a fence enclosure of animals that remind me of sheep. She crouched and squeezed herself through the bars, after which I lost sight of her. Waiting game 2.0, start. it, oh. It took only a couple of minutes for her to return, dragging one of the animals behind her with her now bloody jaw in hands. Dinner's ready? What kind of animal is this? It's called a mouflon. Anyway, do you have a part you'd prefer? See how nice I am, even letting you choose first. You know what, give me the rump. No problem. Using one of her claws, she skinned the dead mouflon and divided it into various pieces. Do you want your grilled or raw? Grilled. Unless prepared properly, raw meat carries a significant risk of diseases for us. How inept can your species even be? You can't hunt on your own and you need tools and help at every step. You don't even have claws to cut things up. I'm not sure how you could ever survive in the wild. Seriously, what god did you piss off to end up like that? Evolution. I guess after millions of years of evolution, nature decided we didn't need those abilities anymore. Instead, we got very articulate hands and arms and our upright stance. Though there's too many other things. Like what? Who builds everything in your society? Who's responsible for the delicate tasks like assembling electronics, manufacturing or cooking and bartending? That's mostly us, the runners. We got proper hands after all. Now compare your arms to mine. Ours are much longer and have way more mobility. Especially our fingers. We have an incredibly amount of articulation. The difference between you and me is about as big as the difference between you and another of your species. Just imagine what we could do with our advantages. Oh, you think you can school me? Sure I can. Don't get cocky, we've overcome the limitations of individual species with all of our technology. Actually, we have technology back home that is far superior to yours. I'd love to see it. Did I just spoke in her voice for my text? Oh, fuck it. I'd love to see it though. Though we already gathered plenty of information on your tech from the database containing the PDA. What will you do when we catch up? If you get there, we'll see. She opened her maw wide before liquid shoots from both corners of her mouth and onto the ground below the parts of the mouflon she had prepared. After a few seconds, the liquid burst into flames, heating up our dinner. That's a neat trick. I bet you wish you could do that, huh? That'd be cool. I'm more of an electric guy, but this is cool. Right? Comes in handy. How does that work anyway? Do you ever burn your mouth? Not at all. There are actually two different components. They only catch on fire when there's a sufficient quantity of both is present. Interesting. That fucking unhinged blood on her is too uncanny somehow. The flames weakened and grew smaller until they went out, revealing steamy, appetizing pieces of meat. Help yourself. I grabbed a piece that dropped it as soon as I felt the heat on my fingertips. And it's still hot. Can't take a little heat, huh? That's too bad. Unaffected by its temperature, she took a piece into her hand, tore a chunk out of it with her teeth and started chewing. I guess your scales are good insulators. Evidently so. How does it taste? Just wonderful. Stolen goods always taste best. I can already picture the old farmer reduced to tears after he discovered one of his precious mouflons is gone. Thanks, I could teach you a thing or two. I think it could be cool enough for your sensitive little fingers now. Carefully I grabbed one of the pieces, which by now I have indeed cooled down enough to not burn me anymore, and took a bite. It was a little bland, I had to admit, but not bad for something that was alive less than an hour ago and prepared in the wilds. How do you like your mouflon à la Anna? Could use a few spices. Tastes a little bland. I think I could use a few spices. I'm not one to destroy a perfectly good piece of meat with stupid vegetables, but you can put some grass on it if you like. That's not quite the same thing. How often do you guys just go out and hunt on your own? Only when necessary or when I feel like it. I still go to fancy restaurants because I can afford it, but they don't mean much to me. For me, it's all about the experience, and one isn't necessarily better than the other. Well, usual but fun. Anyway, I'm stuffed. Me too. There's still plenty left over. What are you going to do with all that? We can just leave it here. Then maybe the old farmer will help himself to it. Won't distract the predators or something? So what? They need to eat too. We should probably leave before the that senile has-been wakes up from his evening nap. Yeah, let's go. Well, that was interesting. Wait a minute. I've got something for you. Here you go. Your test results. Black on white. Thanks, but did you really need to spend all that extra time getting this done today? I just want to get it over with when I had the chance. Maybe you should start thinking about not working so late on a regular basis. It might do some good for Anna. Why do you think so? I'm just saying, if it usually gets as bad as it is today, that's not a good sign. I just didn't pay attention to the time, but I guess that's because I barely go out anyway, and I didn't even think about watching the clock. Okay, point taken. So what are you going to do? I'll think about it. You know, now that this date is officially over, if I don't work overtime every single day, I could fit you in for your end of the deal. Of course, you didn't forget about that. Of course you didn't forget about that. I'll let you know the details. Or just call me if I forget. Sure. Nothing going on today. I guess I can do whatever. I hate to admit it. But somehow I'm not in the mentality for streaming. I hate to admit it. Even it's only half-hour stream. But somehow today is absolutely killing me. I don't know if it's my mood. I don't know if it's the cold. I'd rather leave it as a short stream today because, damn, somehow today is not my day. So, I guess it's sorry for the short stream. I will try to start sooner. I will try to do it more often though. So, yeah. And next time I make it a longer stream. After Final Fantasy 15, it's almost as surprised that I do such a short stream today. But like I said, my mind is today not ready for streaming. I tried, I wanted to, but somehow no, it doesn't work. So I'm sorry for that, I guess. At least we had a bit of story and the social activity with Anna. And what we do next, we will check out later. So thanks for checking in.